It's 5 p.m.
All right, quiet on the set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live.
Let's start the party.
Broadcasting around the world.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now.
OurBroadcastLink.com.
It's another live broadcast. Now your hosts, Rob and Jerry.
Hey, well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's all good because you guys are here with us, and we're here with you on Polkas After Dark on, I was going to say our broadcast link, but
it's right there.
I know,
like,
it's like, oh, she's a whiz.
No, we're just on Facebook and YouTube.
Facebook and YouTube, that's it.
Thanks for joining us.
And if you guys are experiencing any kind of issues like speeding up or slowing down of the music or any of the stuttered video or anything like that, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com. Type in the search Polkas After Dark. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. We'd love to have you there. Hey, and we'd love to have you here. And we have you here, as a matter of fact. And today, we're also going to have with us Mr. Chris Hedrich from Michigan. He's going to be here this afternoon with us at 5:30. It's now 5:02 Eastern Time. He, of course, is going to be in the hot seat as we get a chance to interview him and find out a little bit about his musical career with the Dyna Brass and some other bands that he's performed with over the years. Right now, we're going to get a really cool tune by the Dyna Brass. Yeah, that's the Dynabrass starting things off right now. I hope I don't botch this thing up, but it looks like Sakajarvan. And I'm hoping that is Sakajarvan. But when Chris comes on, we'll ask him exactly how it's pronounced, because he recorded the thing and he played the accordion on it. So
that's a very cool song.
The fancy finger work of Mr. Chris. Hey, you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. It's Sunday afternoon. We want to welcome some folks here. We've got Mr. Chris Ebel. He's tuning in. Kevin Panner. Also, let's see here, Chris Curtis and Sandy, good evening to you. Good afternoon. Vincent Marie Sosnowski, Mike Reel and Darlene are here, and Michael, Carolyn Renee, she's here this afternoon. Also, Mr. Andrew Ratajak. And who else? Mr. Brian Kopka is tuned in as well. And Kenneth J. Michelski. Kenny is here. So we want to say hello to you, Kenny. Here's another tune coming up by the Dynabrass. And it's one called Walkin' on the Waves.
I've been walking these shores all my days. But with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. Lovers in the distance as they walk down to the sand. Their silhouettes are on the water as they're walking hand in hand. And it's a game of sweet surrender when there's nothing left to say, and there are moments to remember once these days have gone away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. Look out on the ocean, see the headlands and the strands, and you wonder what horizons will shape tomorrow's plans. And through the turning of the seasons and the cycle of the days, every drink's another reason to let tomorrow sail away. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. The surfing of the ocean, breakers on the shore, the echoes of our bodies, the lovers' dreams we soar. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves. But with you by my side, I am walking on the waves.
Hey, Walking on the Waves, that's another tune by the Dynabrass. And how about one more before we change and get a couple of different bands up here? Here's one called A Girl Like You, Polka.
I've been through a few romances, and I've had a few heartbreaks. When you're looking for one in a million, girl, guess that's a chance to take. Even though you might get hurt, so I set my sights every Saturday night with my love in full alert. For a girl like you, there ain't nothing that a good old boy like me won't do. For a heart so true, and eyes so blue, like an old bloodhound all around for a girl like you. His daddy too. I grew up next door to a girl like you, and all I ever wanted was to share my life with a girl like you. Girl like you. There ain't nothing that a good old boy like me won't do. For a heart so true, and eyes so blue. I've been searching like an old bloodhound all around for a girl like you. I've been searching like an old bloodhound with my nose to the ground all around up and down this town for a girl like you.
Hey, one called A Girl Like You. Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to here, coming at you live out of little city, little town, Little Evans, outside of Buffalo, New York, actually outside of Hamburg, but we're not going to say anything. Nobody knows. Hey, folks, Jerry, why don't you say hello to some of the folks in the chat room over at our lovely Facebook?
Absolutely. We have a bunch of people joining us today. We have Chris Curtis and Kevin Panner. Chris Ebel, again, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Mike Reel is with us. Carol Mahalski is with us. Carol, we want you to know that we have been praying very hard for Kenny and that we will continue to keep him in our prayers. Chris Tansky is also with us. Chris Hedrich and Marcia Moscato just popped in.
Chris Hedrich, and yes, good. And let's see here. We also have Jan Smith is here. Of course, Mike Reel, Debbie Burdick is tuned in, and let's see, who else do we have? Did you mention Kenny Jr.?
I did not.
Kenny Jr. is also here.
I don't see that. I just see people that are chatting.
Oh, okay. So you don't see the people behind the scenes.
No, that's why I always do this.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I can see who's looking.
Stay out of my picture,
That's
will you? Hey, Linda Chipjack Merwin is here. We're going to say hello to her, also to Marty, and of course, Mom and Dad, they're out there. Hello to you. Marcia Rocca Moscato is here. Kathy Urbanchik is here this afternoon. Let's see here. Who else do we have? We had some more people sneak in, but, you know, as Jerry mentioned, folks, we do have Mr. Ken Michalski, which we have to send some very, very precious prayers out to him. Kenny is in a hospital down in Florida, and we do need to make sure that all of our prayer warriors get together. If you believe in the power of prayer, which we do, I think everybody here does, we know that for a fact. So please, by all means, keep Kenny and the family in your prayers. We're praying for a miracle, and who knows? It just might happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Hey, you know what? Speaking of Kenny, we could play a song by the Buffalo Touch, but I was talking with Linda Petrozeski yesterday, and she says, you know what? Every time Kenny sings like a waltz or a Lush song, he sounds exactly like Lush. And I even mentioned that when we had the Big Steve dance back in 1999 when Steve was gone 10 years. And we brought Kenny up to sing, and I have to admit, he is hands down a second or a double of Marion Lush. And let's do a very beautiful waltz right now, the Wishing Well Waltz. We're wishing, we're praying, everybody knows that. Please make sure that you do.
Sienka, jak studzience wodę nabierała o swoim kochanku Jasieńku myślała. Żebym cię, Jasieńku, w wodzie zobaczyła, to bym do studzienki za tobą skoczyła. Pierwsze bym rzuciła ten biały wianeczek, co bym go uwiła ze samych różeczek.
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for good, authentic Polish and Italian sausage, then give me a call at Romo's Catering. We make true, authentic, fresh, Polish, and smoked kielbasa, as well as mild and spicy Italian sausage. My uncle from Poland taught me how to make the sausage for our family, but now we've taken it a step further and make it available to you. This is true, authentic Polska kielbasa and Italian sausage. All you have to do is give me a call at 704-989-1198. We're always taking orders. You can also email me at paul@romoscatering.com. Thank you, Robin and Jerry, for letting me share this with you and your listeners. If you would like kielbasa, we are taking orders now, and you'll have it in time for Easter, properly shipped to your door. Just call me, 704-989-1198. Thanks.
Hey, Mr. Paul Romanowski, and make sure that you give him a call and get your order placed for Easter, because Easter is right around the corner. So is Dingus Day, and we're going to be telling you a lot more about some other stuff. Hey, we also want to make mention of another very, very dear close friend that we got word today that she needs some prayers now more than ever. We've got so many people that are getting sick, being hospitalized, going to hospice. But a gal that everybody knows from out Cleveland, Ohio way. If you don't know her, you've been sleeping under a rock for the last 40 years or so. That I can guarantee you. And you're seeing a beautiful picture there of Margaret Smith. You don't know her by Margaret. You know her by Marge or Margie. And big with the USPA, always has been, always will be. But if you would like to send Margie a card, by all means, we want you to get a piece of paper and a pen and jot this address down. Now, we're going to be showing it a couple of different times, keep in mind, but we want you to go ahead and jot this down. Send your card with maybe a little memory of Margie, and you can send it to Margaret Smith in care of Care Corps at Willowwood at 1186 Haddock Road in Brunswick, Ohio, and the zip is 44212. We're going to play another song right now. We've got another tune by Mr. Marion Lush, and it's called I Love You Girl, and we're going to keep this up on the screen for a couple of minutes so that you folks can grab a pen. But please make sure, and even if you don't know Margie, but you know the family, you know Cheryl and everybody, Cheryl Vojich, please make sure that you jot down your thoughts on a card, send her well wishes, let her know that you are loving her today and always. And again, that's Margaret Smith, Care Corps at Willowwood, 1186 Haddock Road, Hadcock, Hadcock. I said Haddock like the fish, but it's Hadcock. So it's 1186 Hadcock, Hadcock Road in Brunswick, Ohio. And the zip there is 44212. Here is another song. While we get Mr. Chris on the phone, here's one called Love You Girl Polka.
Kocham cię dziewczę, choć drugiego kocham. Będę cię kochał, choć ty innego masz. Ja nie zapomnę, jak mnieś ty kochała. Jak byłaś młoda, jak mnie całowała. Wróćcie dziewczyno, ja jestem dla ciebie. Będziesz mnie chciała, wezmę cię dla siebie.
Hey, that's Marion Lush, a little bit of Love You Girl Polka, and we've got one more song that we have to play right here on Polkas After Dark by the Dyna Brass, and here's one called Maju Maju.
Spotkałem w remisie na zabawie, od razu zagadałem, by rozwiązać sprawie. Tętno poskościło, ciało zalało, na myśliwnej głowie siebie co się stało. Madziu, Madziu, powiedz mi dasz, daj mi buziaka, serca jeszcze raz. Madziu, Madziu, powiedz mi dasz, daj mi buziaka, kochała całować.
widziałem, to ciągle mi stoi. Chciałbym, żebyś była dziewczyna moja. Jesteś bardzo piękna i jestem gotowy. Najpierw daj buziaka, potem do stodoły. Madziu, Madziu, powietrze mi dasz. Daj mi buziaka, sąsa jeszcze raz. Madziu, Madziu, powietrze mi dasz. Daj mi buziaka, pohałasować.
And that's Mr. Joe Zaleski on the vocal and the bass guitar, a little bit of Maju Maju. And we are extremely excited, folks, because we've not only got a great viewing here of everybody coming into Polkas After Dark. Let's see if we can hit some more of them before we pick Christopher up. We've got Debbie Durenda. She is here. Karen Hootie from Chicago, Illinois. We are sending a happy heavenly birthday out to Mr. Fred Hootie as well. We also have a Mike and Darlene Reel. They're here once again. Also, let's see who else jumped in here. Barb Morose, Dingus Day Val. We're going to be telling you all about that coming up in the next segment right after the interview. We also have Christine Halchuk. She is tuned in with us. Carol Barron. Kim Michalski, thank you so much. And let's see who else. Alice Fischler, she is here. Jim Sikowski, thank you for tuning us in. Julie Michalski is here as well. Dave Slavinsky, I think we know that guy. Missy Ann is here. Cheryl Vojich once again. And also Valerie Smith. Gosh, we've got just a ton of people here. And we are so happy and fortunate because we also have a guy that Jerry and I spent a lot of time with on New Year's Eve. The guys did a fantastic job.
They did.
But we are going to bring him on right now. Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing, Robin?
Hey, doing very, very well. Thank you very much for asking, Chris. It's Chris Hedrich from the Dyna Brass Orchestra. And we've got some pictures, as we always do, showing up here on the screen. But Chris, I'm going to start out just like I usually do, by asking you a couple of questions like, how old were you, Chris, when you heard your first polka song?
As early as I can remember. I mean, it was always in my house. My dad is a musician, and we had a full basement full of instruments. And at a very early age, it's like 2 probably.
Oh, gotcha. And we're going to talk about Dad in just a little bit. But tell me, you play trumpet and you also play accordion. Do you play anything else besides those 2 instruments, Chris?
Yeah, as I mentioned in the basement growing up, I mean, we had bass guitar, button box. I learned both of them, self-taught, drums. And I started on trumpet basically when I started in school, and that's where I started the trumpet at. And pretty much it's funny you mentioned my dad. At age 4, my mom would take me to a bar that they were playing on Sunday, my dad's band, and I would play a couple tunes, and that was a great experience because I would get off stage and all these people would be walking up giving me money, and I'm like, wow, this is great, you know.
Oh, that's priceless, Chris. And, you mentioned the button box. Well, first of all, I want to publicly say that I hate you because I have never, ever been able to pick up a button box and even get the idea of how to play it. And I'm just busting your chops, buddy. You know that. But I admire anybody that can do that, any instrument at all. But that's really great. Hey, how about some of the other bands that you have performed in besides the Dyna Brass?
Well, I was playing full time in my dad's band at probably age 9, and then we kind of broke off from there. And then it was because it was my dad and his brother, and then we broke off and just started our own family band. And I did that for a long time, and actually, you know, still here and there. But it was and shortly after that, I started playing. I met CJ Lakowski at one of my jobs, and and he says, "Hey, you know, you should try out for trumpet with the band I'm playing in," which was Mark Jansen and the Brass Express.
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of where I got my start. But I mean, I really, it's funny, Robin, because you were kind of one of my idols growing up. I mean, I remember seeing you guys and Eddie Blazonczyk at a Houghton Lake Festival. I'm like, that's where I want to be. I want to be in a 6-piece band like that.
Holy smokes. Well, Houghton Lake, now you're going back there. Paul Romanowski is joining us, and I think his dad ran a lot of those dances back then at Houghton Lake, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, that's where I really got the bug that this is what I wanted to do.
Wow. Well, that's cool. Now, you said that you played with Dad's band for a while. Tell me, what instrument did you play with Dad? Did you play accordion, or did you play button box or trumpet?
Well, pretty much actually all of them. We'd switch off. Wow. And but it was one of the things when I was really young. My cousins would be able to go on stage and kind of fool around, like acting like they're playing the trumpet or accordion, whatever like that. But my dad would never let me on stage unless I knew how to play.
Oh, man, that's great.
But yeah, I pretty much started playing trumpet, and then then we broke off on our own. Then I started playing drums and trumpet, and then we play some Sylvanian. I'd play accordion, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a full variety. So I mean, I got really well versed in cha-chas, rumbas, and two steps and country, pretty much every style of music.
Gotcha. Now you play drums too, then?
Yeah, I'm kind of I can get by. I mean,
kind of like me.
No, nothing like you, Robin.
Hey, so let's go ahead and discuss CJ Lakowski, because what a fantastic trumpet player, what a great personality CJ had. We miss him dearly. Tell us what it was like to share the stage with CJ.
Well, he really got me my start, because I joined the Brass Express. I mean, CJ goes, I can work with this kid, because I was pretty green playing Polish style trumpet, the trills and you have to have the style. You can't just play the notes. And we worked together a lot, and it was a lot of fun. CJ was CJ, I mean, but I got a lot of experience, playing in that band.
Yeah. And you mentioned the trills and everything. Now, do you read music, Chris?
Not very well, but I had to actually in the last, probably about 5 years ago, when we were trying to get a full-time trumpet player with Dynabrass. So I would play like half the year, like on trumpet. So I had to learn to read again. I mean, I read in school, but it's just, It's not my forte, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure. How long have you been with the Dynabrass? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, 2011.
2011. Holy smokes!
Oh yeah, it was kind of funny. So that was my first real band playing push accordion, and I had to learn real quick, because shortly after I joined, Dave Slavinsky, who I was playing with, he had work obligations and he had to leave the band. So we did some 5-piece stuff, and I had to learn really quick.
Wow.
So
awesome.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you know how the Dynabrass actually got their name? Was that dating back in Jeff Malechko days?
Yes. I mean, that had to been, 80s.
80s.
Late 80s, I believe.
Do you have any idea how the band got their name, Dynabrass?
You know what? I don't. You got me on that one.
All right.
But I'll find out and get back with you on that.
No, that's fine. Hey, how about, what does Chris listen to? What kind of music do you listen to when you're not listening to polka music? What's your favorite genre of music that you always have, either on the radio or iPod or whatever?
On my playlist, I kind of got a mixed bag, but I like Buddy Rich.
Oh, wow.
When he had his band back in the day, Frank Sinatra, country, and that's pretty much it. I like old and new country. So
I was just going to ask you, old country or new country, and you kind of answered.
It's both good.
You kind of answered that right out of the chute. That is perfect. Do you sing Polish?
Not very well, to be honest with you. I really don't know what I'm saying. I could kick myself. My mom speaks it, and
wow.
I should have learned a long time ago. I mean, she came from the old country, and I should have learned. I heard my grandma used to speak it all the time, but no, I never really caught on to that. I sing mostly English songs.
Holy smokes. Well, there is a song that we started off the broadcast with. I don't know if you caught us right off the top of the hour, but it is a song where your fingers are just dancing all over the keyboard of the accordion. And I looked at Jerry and I said, I don't know how to pronounce this. And it is, I had mentioned that it is Saka Javarin or something like that.
You're close. It's Saki Yarvin, and
I wasn't close at all, Chris.
You wasn't bad.
Saki
I've heard
Yarvin.
worse. But it's actually a Finnish folk song that I believe Chase Miskevich found it.
Oh wow!
And so yeah, we ended up. That was a fun song to record, and it's a fun song to play live too.
Yeah. Well, it definitely you kind of light it up on the keyboard side of the accordion when you're playing it, and now I'm gonna go back and forth with a lot of different things here. You guys had played the Puko Yashu New Year's Eve extravaganza this past year for 2023, ringing in 2024. Tell me a little bit about the band, the guys that you're working with now, with Mr. Bernie Gorick and Chase and Joe, of course, and my favorite drummer. But we're not going to discuss that right now. We're going to discuss you. But
No.
so go ahead, please, and let us know a little bit about the guys that you're sharing the stage with these days.
Well, we've got a talented bunch. You mentioned first Bernie Gorak. This is actually the second stint with Bernie. We played back shortly after Dave Slavinsky left. We were kind of going through, a bunch of box players. Just films, but we couldn't really get a full-time guy. So I had to really, the pleasure of playing with some really good guys. Bernie and then Jack Beachley. Played one job with Johnny Kravitz and played a lot of jobs with Steve Zelenik. So,
oh wow.
That was a lot of fun. But getting back to Bernie, yes, he's a lot of fun to play with, and he's a go-getter. He's really a lot of fun up on stage, and he does his homework, and he does a nice job for us.
Well, I see you guys had a lot of smiles on your face for the New Year's Eve weekend with Puko Yashu. And tell us what it's like to work with Mr. Zaleski, because I've known Joe. Gosh, I think I'm dating myself here, but we're going back to the 70s when I was working with the Sounds. But tell us what it's like to play on stage with Joe, and what's he like as a leader?
He's, to be honest with you, he's the best, and I know Joe's probably listening, but he's actually the best band leader that I've ever worked with, just because he's always prepared. Yeah. Except when he forgets his bass, and that's another story, but we're not going to go there.
Oh, no, we'll definitely go there, but just not right now. Let's see. Joe forgetting bass. Okay, I made a mental note of that. Go ahead.
No, but, he's really good with the guys. He treats us well. The equipment is, if we need something, we have it the next job, and
nice.
And he's very prepared. He's always got, reliable transportation, and he keeps us comfortable, and I really can't complain.
The reliable transportation is key, especially when you have a band that travels as much as you do. Holy Toledo is coming up. What's that going to be like? Well, you've played that a few times already, but what do you think that's going to be like this year? A good crowd, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad that Joe brought it back. Me and my wife, when we first met, we were going to the Holy Toledo Polka Days. That was one of our first actually weekends together, and we had a blast. And I was sad when they discontinued it because it's actually a home gig. I mean, it's only like an hour and 15 minutes for me, and
Wow.
and I'm really looking forward to this. Joe's got a top-notch bands. We're really looking forward to it. We're going to have great crowds, and we're gonna give them a lot of great music.
And we thank Joe for sending us the promo with Mr. Kenny Olowin, IJ DJ extraordinaire. We actually go down and see Kenny during the Zabava down in Erie, Pennsylvania. And have you guys played that already? I think you have once.
We have. I think we played 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, because I remember Jerry and I were down there.
Great festival.
Yeah, it is. They draw a lot of people. I understand that the church makes a lot of money, which is great. But the food, they always run out of food. They run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And by the time you're down there late evening Saturday and Sunday, they're out of pierogi already. And it's like, well, wait a minute. We asked how many they made, and it was like without exaggeration, I want to say that they made about 100,000 pierogi or something like that. It could be maybe more. I'd have to check with Kenny just to make sure, but just amazing amounts of food. But the food is delicious there, and it's all the folks that get together, the parishioners and everybody. They donate their time and donate a lot of the materials to make this stuff, and it's fantastic. It really, really is.
Oh, they put on a great event for sure.
Yeah. And are you guys working down there this year, or I don't really have the lineup?
I don't believe.
Zabava.
No, I don't think we're not there this year. No.
Okay.
They kind of rotate bands in and out, but we'll be down to see Kenny though.
Oh, good.
It's always he's great people.
Yes, he is. I have to admit. Hey, so you've recorded a few stints not only with the Dynabrass. Have you recorded with Dad at all?
We're actually he recorded in 1972,
okay,
and that was his last recording, and that's an album with him and his brother. But it's funny you should bring that up because we are in the process of doing a recording right now.
Oh, really?
He's trying to limit it down, but right so far we have 22 songs. So
wow, holy smokes! And when will that be available, Chris?
We're thinking by summertime, so we're still kind of in the early stages.
Gotcha. And what's the name of Dad's band?
It's actually Dick Hedrich and Sons.
Dick Hedrich and Sons.
Pretty original, I know.
No. Now, and Sons. So you have some brothers that also play too.
I do have. I have a brother that plays sax and guitar and banjo.
And what is his name?
His name is Tim. And but he kind of never followed the big Polish band stuff like me.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, he can kind of if he's not playing with my dad's band, he really doesn't play anymore. I wish he would, but he did actually play when I was playing with the Dave Slavinsky band. He did some jobs with us, so that was really good.
Oh, nice.
To have her up on stage.
Now, being that you've recorded, what studios have you recorded in the past?
Peppermint. And then we did one in Bay City. I think it's called Big Bear. Dave Slavinsky would have to remind me on that one. I can't remember. But I also recorded a country CD, actually, back in the early 2000s. And that was just at somebody's house. But Peppermint's the big thing. And we also recorded at Ted Lang's studio.
Oh, okay.
And that was quite an experience for sure.
Oh, excellent. I'd love to see that. I'd love to even see pictures of that. We had Ted and Molly B on a couple of years back, when we really started hitting these interviews pretty hard. And boy, they had a lot of input for a lot of their traveling and everything. I mean, I know they've kind of slacked off a little bit on the traveling, kind of slowed down a little, if you will, but just what a fantastic group of just them. And then, of course, they pick up Joe on guitar and Dana on drums. But What a great band as well. Now, I mentioned earlier that we're showing some pictures of you with not only the Dyna Brass, but also playing horn next to C.J. Lakowski. And we've got some snapshots here of you with, of course, Jeff Malechko and so on. You guys brought Jeff Malechko up. Was it at Seven Springs last year?
Yeah. Yes. And actually, the year before that, we brought him up because we played the pool party, and we brought him up.
Okay, great. Yeah, we really miss him.
Bay City.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I said we really miss him. We really miss him on stage. But it's nice that Joe decided to keep the band going and everything with the Dyna Brass. Now, also, I'm going to ask you this. Are there any bands that you have always wanted to perform in, but have never had the chance to, never had the opportunity, past or present bands?
Well, I would have to say, actually, when I was talking about Houghton Lake, and it's your band when you played with the Dynatones and Eddie B back in the day.
Oh, wow.
That'd be the two. I mean, and it's funny, it's two different styles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Eddie's fast, and you guys are just, and it's funny because you don't have to be fast to be good.
Yeah.
And you guys always were in the pocket. I always loved listening to your style and your tempo.
Thank you. I used to try to be around 108. It was a little bit of a slower tempo. I think Livewire was recorded at 104 or 106. So we tried to get, a little bit faster, but not too fast. Because like you said, you don't really have to play fast in order to make the people have a lot of fun and get out there and kick up their heels and dance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a memorable gig, Chris, that you played? Maybe it was you had a ton of people there, or maybe it wasn't a lot of people, but the band sounded great. They were firing on all 8 cylinders. And,
Well, we have a lot of them jobs now with the current members that we have. We're firing on all cylinders. I will say that.
Oh, yeah. I have to agree.
I do want to get back. You asked me talk about the guys a little bit, but I'll
please.
make it quick. But Jim Muskevich and his son Chase, they brought new life into the band, and Chase is doing a wonderful job on vocals now.
He sure is.
And he's all in. I mean, I know that's our last recording called
All In. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
right. And what can I say about Paul Kirby?
Oh, yeah.
And Bob Nasons. I mean, Bob Nasons. He's a staple.
Yes.
He's a longtime Dyna Brass guy. He would give you the shirt off his back or his kidney or whatever.
Yeah. Amazing what he did. For our gal Sandy out here in Buffalo. It was just fantastic, and it's nice to see them together every once in a while. Because usually folks, don't want to do that. They don't want to acknowledge that. But boy, it is priceless actually seeing that. So hats off to Bob. And I have to admit too, we interviewed Joe Zaleski a couple of years back, maybe a year or so back, I want to say. But I got to get a hold of Bernie and Chase and Bob and Mr. Mac, because I think that would be a great, great time to bring all of these guys on. And speaking of that, you guys are going to be heading to Buffalo, New York, to play Easter Sunday and Dingus Day over at Potts Banquet Hall, which is coming up on March the 31st and April the 1st. It's not the first time that you've played Buffalo, is it?
It is not. And actually, I'm going to circle back to one of your other questions about a memorable moment.
Sure.
It was actually in Buffalo. I got a call from Eric Bukowski to play in the jam band that he had going on.
Yeah.
And, Frank Lishka, Bink, Jackie Libera, Brian Urbanchik, Eric, Turtle, and myself. And I tell you what, that was a memorable moment just because I've never shared the stage with any of them. Well, yeah, pretty much any of them guys.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. And, it was a great crowd. I mean, it was Dingus Day, it was in Buffalo. There's nothing like it,
I tend to agree with you there, and Easter Sunday and Dingus Day is going to be great because you guys are sharing the stage with Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, and not one day, but 2 days back to back. So that's going to be nice. I know Jerry and I are going to try to scoot out there on Sunday to see you guys, catch a set of you guys each, and then head back over to the M Hotel. But, just a lot of great things happening here in Western New York, as it always does, because Buffalo is the Dingus Day capital of the world. They say that, they've been saying that, and we've proved it many, many years.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to coming out there. It's been a few years since we've been out there, so
well, good.
We're definitely looking forward to it. We're going to make a nice long weekend out of it. So
good deal. The largest crowd that you played for, Chris? Can you put your thinking cap on?
Well, I have to. I would probably have to tend to say USPA.
Oh, nice.
I would probably say that, yeah. And also, actually, big dance party.
Yeah.
But there's so many, Robin, it's really hard to pinpoint one. But we definitely appreciate the big crowds. There's something about it that really puts it in you to put out some good music.
Yeah, hear. Hey, Chris, who did you idolize besides Dad? Dad has to be excluded in this conversation, at least for now, for this question. But who did you idolize growing up? And could have been playing polka music or maybe another genre altogether.
Well, I originally was brought up on Slovenian music.
Okay.
I always really liked Steve Meisner, and I'm just blown away about, his sudden passing.
Yes.
But also Al Pitkowski, just as his push, just listen to some of the old Eddie stuff. And John Zalasko, actually, he actually saw me play. I was playing with the Diddlesticks in Grand Rapids years ago, probably around 2003, 2004.
Oh.
And I went to break, and he said, why are you playing like that? Or something like that. I'm like, what do you mean? He says, you got to push on the in. You don't push on the out. And I didn't really think about it. And then I'm like, okay, and then he explained why. And it took me probably 6 months to reacclimate myself to do that, to have the muscle memory to do that. But once you do it, there's nothing like it. So I thank him for that.
Yeah, that is true. I always loved Richie Sendra's push. And of course, Al Piatkowski, got a chance to share the stage with him, with the Dynatones, and also John Zalasko, Jay-Z, got a chance to share the stage with him too. And boy, what great fun that we all had. Yeah, that we all had with that.
And you play accordion too. I gotta give you a shout out. I remember seeing you at Springs, and you were it was by the pool, and I forget the band. I just look, is that Robin Pegg playing accordion?
It was Focus.
I really knew you, and I'm like, man, he's not half bad.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was Focus. I did a little stint with them for a little bit. And it was
you did a great job. I mean, I was taken back. I didn't know you played accordion.
Yeah, I don't, but thanks for that memory lane trip there. That's beautiful too. Hey, how about some musicians that you would have loved to have shared the stage with one-on-one? Not necessarily a band, but who would you like to have shared the stage with one-on-one? You said you loved Slovenian stuff.
Yeah, I would actually be. I'm glad you said that. Probably, I would always love to play second accordion with Steve.
Oh, wow.
Meisner.
Yeah.
He would just. I mean, the guy. He never needed a second accordion because he did it all. I mean, he played a nice bass line. He played runs while he sang. I mean, not a lot of guys can do that. Play lead and a nice lead and fill and sing. I mean, and the guy, he had a great voice too.
Yeah. Now, speaking of voices, do you have a favorite song that you like to play or sing when you're on stage? Not in the shower. The shower is off limits for this.
Well, I got to tell you, my family and friends, my wife and all my kids, they love the song "Lonely Is the Night," and we recorded that.
Yep.
I believe it was "And the Road Begins," right after Jeff had his stroke.
Yes.
So that's, yeah. And we perform that pretty much every job. Joe calls it off, and people make fun of me because I always got to look at the words, but it's just one of them things. You got left brain, right brain. The chords and everything like that, I don't need music, but when it comes to singing, I just need the words.
No, that's totally understandable too. I mean, we all need that kind of stuff at some point. But now let me go ahead here, because I can't believe that we are already been talking for about 50, so almost a half an hour already. I can't believe that
wow.
at all. But I do want to make sure that I ask you these very, very important questions as we're coming to the end of this. And Chris, would you have ever dreamed in your wildest dreams when you were a young kid playing with Dad, would you ever have dreamed that you would have made it to the point where you're at today in polka music?
Yes.
Really? Wow, that's a first. Holy smokes. That's a big first.
The thing is,
that's good.
Well, the thing is, I always, I played my dad's band, and I could play a lot of instruments, and it's about knowing the right people to get a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And I knew, and I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I mean, I knew I was good. I mean, and I knew I had it in me to do it.
Good for you.
And it's, it's great. It's, and not to mention having my wife and my 3 kids go to a lot of these festivals and support me, and they're into it. I mean, the kids love it, but it kind of a little tough on my wallet, at these festivals.
I hear you. Well, you got to put them out to work so that they can pay their own ride and everything like that. But hey, speaking of jobs, are you able to tell us what you do for a living, Chris? Because we know it's not polka music. Nobody can really make it as a living anymore, except, if you're like a Jimmy Sturr or something like that. But tell us what you do for a job without divulging the company name.
Sure. I'm actually a territory manager for a heating and cooling distributor.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So basically, I have like 220 accounts that I manage, and I've been doing that for 5 years. I was inside sales for 20 years before that. I wish I would have done this a long time ago, coming back from Massachusetts, and you got just enough time to clock in at 7:30. When you're outside sales, it's a little more forgiving, if you know what I'm saying.
I sure do. When I traveled, I had some great owners of our company that were real understanding and said, hey, whenever you get in, but you don't take advantage of that situation either.
Sure.
Which I never did, and of course, had never did, period. Let me ask you, I've got 2 more questions, of course,
sure.
And you know probably where I'm heading with these. And by the way, thank Kimberly and the kids for letting you spend a half an hour talking with an old guy on the broadcast here to get a little bit more of information from you. Thank them so much. And is everybody coming to Buffalo for Dingus Day?
Not all of them, but it's funny you should say they're all here right now. So
nice. Nice.
My wife's got a pad and paper just in case I don't know an answer to something. I'm gonna phone a friend, if you know what I mean.
I was gonna make mention, who is the gorgeous blonde that is in like 85% of these pictures that we're showing, but I already knew it was Kim. But
yeah, I married up.
Yeah, well, hey, good for you, boy. Good for you. Hey, so she's going to be in town for sure.
Yes.
All right. Are you guys staying locally? I mean, are you staying over at that M Hotel, or where you guys?
I'm going to have to. Joe made the arrangements, and
okay.
I have to get with Joe. I'm not 100% sure.
Nope, no worries, and you don't have to say that right now either.
So,
well, Jerry and I said that's a great venue over there too, but Jerry and I are going to be doing a live broadcast from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the pre-Dingus Day, which is Saturday, March the 30th. And then, of course, Easter Sunday is March the 31st. And then, of course, April 1st is Dingus Day. But we're going to be doing that, and Val has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He's going to be giving away some discounted tickets. and everything for the Easter Sunday and the Dingus Day event. He's got some great things going on. But like I said, everybody in Buffalo has some great things that are going on. Now, I'm already over into 6:01 p.m., so I got to hit you with one of the two last questions. Do
Sure.
you happen to have a favorite breakdown story, Chris?
Oh, I sure do.
Oh, good. I got to hear this.
This is back in the Jeff Malechko days. So Jeff bought a used motorhome on a Thursday, and we took it on the road Friday to Minnesota and to Wisconsin.
Oh.
And I asked him, I said, that tire looks low when we're at the gas station. Oh, no, we're all good. And I'm dying if I'm lying. We had, between the trailer and the motorhome, we had 7 flat tires.
What?
7. Oh, yeah. Yes. All this can be verified. Yeah, we didn't even make the job in Minnesota. We were playing for MPA, I believe, and all I could picture, Joe flew in himself, and all I could picture is Joe on the bass up on stage by himself, just playing a bass line, ding, 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 ding.
But the nice part is Joe was able to sing.
Yeah, and finally, I mean, we broke down so many times. It spent the night at a garage, and then we did make the next job after that, and then we got flats on the way home. So, we didn't make it. I even missed I think a half day of work too. So by the time we. But yeah,
those are always the things that make you cringe. Is whenever you're out and you're driving to a gig and all of a sudden the engine's making noise, or like you said, you get a flat tire on the way. And especially with those motorhomes, you can't just jack that baby up and pull some lug nuts off and change it and put it back on. That takes some time and ingenuity.
Oh, absolutely. And not to mention the weekend. Nobody's really open on the weekends. So,
yeah.
But anyway, that doesn't happen anymore, so we got reliable transportation.
Wow, well, that's good. That's real good. And now my final question to you, sir, is what would Chris Hedrich say to somebody that wants to get involved in music? It can be any genre of music whatsoever, but what advice would Chris sit down and give them? Now, keep in mind, they've never stepped foot on a stage. They may be a closet musician, but they've never performed out in front of anybody. Or maybe they have a great voice and they just want to sing for someone. What advice would you give them, Chris?
I would just say, have a good attitude, be prepared for the job, and have fun and look like you're having fun. I know that's a struggle with me sometimes, but off the stage, I'm always having fun and everything, but I have this serious look on my face while I play for some reason.
Yes, you do.
It's hard to get that out of my system, and some people think that, I'm not having fun, but yeah, always smile and just have fun with what you're doing, because you can never you can't take anything for granted. And and I want to give a shout out to Ken Michalski and Margie Smith and keep them too in our prayers.
God bless you. That is really, really great. What a great way to end an interview. Yeah, I have not shared this stage. I've actually played right next to Kenny Michalski, and when we got the word on Friday that he was sent to the hospital, everybody was, again, cringing, and right away the hands go together. You're praying to God that everything goes well, and I can say this: we thank you so much on behalf of the family. Also, Margie Smith. Margie, you probably remember from Cleveland, Ohio. She has been part of the USPA for decades.
Oh, yes.
I met Margie, back in, I want to say the mid-'70s, early 70s, when I was playing with the Trolltones. So that's how far Margie and I go back. And we did show something which we're going to show a little bit later, an address that people can send their love to Margie, because she really needs it right now. And that would be super if you guys could do that, if you and Kim could do that, or
sure,
maybe have the kids sign a card and just say, hey, you're in our thoughts and we're sending love to you. But that would be great. Hey, Chris, I got to thank you ever so much for doing this. You've been great. Talking to you is is so easy. But I noticed that when you and I were discussing possible interview at the Pukoyashu event.
Yes.
I mean, that was not, we just kind of gelled. And as soon as you told me about Dad, I said, man, I got to get you on for an interview. And I'm glad you did. So thank you so much. We can't wait to see you guys on Easter Sunday. Yeah, please make sure you travel safe and tell Kim we got everything covered. And we will see you guys on Easter Sunday.
Awesome. Thanks, Robin, for having me on.
Hey, God bless. And
thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
And love you, pal. Take it easy.
You too. Love you too. See you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What a great interview.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, we have been lucking out with these people. And Jerry, you and I discuss this often, that everybody that we have approached, nobody has said, no, I don't want to do it. Everybody's like, yeah, that would be great, because they get a chance to tell their story to everybody, because it's funny, the band leaders, we first started out getting the feel from all of the band leaders as to, okay, tell us a little bit about what you guys do. But it's so nice to be able to talk to the sidemen or side ladies.
It's going to be even nicer talking to the girls.
Yes,
because
you have that big thing coming up.
And that was an incredible interview.
Yeah.
Everything that was.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much. And we are going to play another Dinah Brass tune right now off of the All In recording. And here is one called Angel of the Night.
Brightened up the darkest spot, you know right from wrong. At closing time, you're by my side, you wink your eye and say, well, the moon is full of an empty glass, I'd best be on my way. And it's a crying shame, I didn't even catch your name. You took my heart under the starry sky. And it's a burning sin, we might never meet again. Hold you in these arms of mine, my angel of the night. The morning light, it hurt my eyes, the birds sang in my ears. The paper note that you had wrote told me you had disappeared. No tears to cry, no sad goodbyes, no words of farewell. Just a newly wrote thank you note and a story left to tell. And it's a crying shame, I didn't even catch your name. You took my heart under the starry sky. And it's a burning sin, we might never meet again. To hold you in these arms of mine, my angel of the night. I spend each day from dawn to dusk working on the farm. Sometimes I do get lonely, my heart it needs no harm. You might think I'm mad and a little sad, but I'd lay my tools right down if I ever heard my angel love and I was back in town. And it's a crying shame, I didn't even catch your name. You took my heart under the starry sky. And it's a burning sin, we might never meet again. Hold you in these arms of mine, my angel of the night.
A little bit of Angel of the Night. Here's Lenny Gomulka's Chicago Push. You know, these guys will be performing over at the Big M Hotel Val's Dingus Day. As it comes back, it returns to the one of the original stomping grounds. I know the original stomping ground was Randolph Hall, and then it was over at the Leonard Post, but this was one of the favorite places that everybody used to head. Hey, before we do that, folks, you heard me mention a little bit earlier today, and then also Christopher, and again, thank you so much, Chris, for all of your professionalism, first of all, and all of the great stories that you shared. But you folks are seeing something on the screen right now. And if you know Margaret Smith, a.k.a. Margie Smith, out of Cleveland, Ohio area, she is very big in the polka music world with the USPA, has been for many, many decades. Well, she needs to know how much everybody loves her. And we'd love to have you guys maybe jot down a note or send a card, and we're going to give you that address once more. So you're going to put a stamp on this bad boy, and you're going to send it to Margaret Smith in care of CareCore at Willowwood, which is located at 1186 Hadcock, Hadcock Road in Brunswick, Ohio, 44212. And trust me, you know, we're going to be mentioning this a lot over the next several weeks of the polka broadcasts that we do here. But please, if you get a chance, just send her a card. Just say, hey, we're thinking about you, and hope everything is well with you. And again, that's Margaret Smith. You can put Margie. I don't think anybody will say anything wrong if you don't, okay? But you can put Margaret Smith, Margie, M-A-R-G-I-E, okay? Put that in there, and it's CareCore at Willowwood, Willowwood, 1186 Hadcock, Hadcock Road, Brunswick, Ohio, 44212. Now, as promised, here's Lenny Gomulka, a little bit of a tune called The Dingus Day in Buffalo. Hey, also, once again, we're going to send a big shout out to Kim and also Peter. Peter, PCM fan, that is. Those guys are watching. Ron Richkowski, he's here. Gail Vojtovich. Also, let's see, Tyler Jansen, Michelle Trzynski. Whole bunch of people here at Polkas After Dark.
Down in South Louisiana, there's a party once a year when all that Cajun music makes you smile from ear to ear. And up in New York City, at a place they call Times Square, they gather by the thousands just to celebrate the year. These are festive celebrations, well known by one and all. Like the Irish on St. Patrick's Day, they party till they fall. But there's another special day, it comes but once a year. It's in the Nickel City, and Dingus Day is here. It's the Monday after Easter in an all-American town. It's Dingus Day and party time with thousands all around. In a city known as Buffalo, they come from far and wide to celebrate tradition and to wear their Polish pride. Western part of New York State, right there in Buffalo, you'll see party after party, party every place.
Hey folks, somebody want to win a pair of tickets, either 2 for Sunday or 2 for Monday? Well, be the 7th caller at the telephone number that is appearing on your screen right now, and that is 716 716-289-1075. That number again is 716-289-1075 for a pair of tickets for the M Hotel Val's Dingus Day.
And spread some Polish hospitality. It's the Monday after Easter in an all-American town. It's Dingus Day and party time with thousands all around. In a city known as Buffalo, they come from far and wide to celebrate tradition and to wear their Polish pride. It's the Monday after Easter in an all-American town. It's Dingus Day and party time with thousands all around. In a city known as Buffalo, they come from far and wide to celebrate tradition and to wear their Polish pride.
And folks, we do have a winner, so no more calls. Congratulations to none other than Nancy Fomenko. Nancy and John are the recipients of 2 tickets, and we're going to find out exactly where she lives. Well, we know where she lives, but we got to get her mailing address anyhow. Hey, we're going to play a song for everybody right now. Here's one by the Charm City Sound, and here's one called Everything Is Fine Polka.
And long cigars, a private jet, an ocean yacht to carry me so far across the sea. You know I don't need all those fancy things, as long as I've got you to wear my ring. And ooh, sha-la-la-la-la, everything is fine.
We do have our winner. Thank you so much. Please do not call in until we play the song and the message one more time. Thank you.
Our little house is kind of old. Floors are crooked and the walls let in the cold. And though there's lots of work to do, I don't mind, I do it all for you. I've got the thing that I've been dreaming of. Our little house is filled with your sweet love.
Hey, once again, congratulations to Nancy and John Fomenko out there in East Amherst Way. And we are going to send a song out to everybody here in the chat room. Here is one by the Easy Tones. Here's one called Going to Poland Polka. Hey, Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to. We're going to have some more giveaways here. But once again, we do want to remind you that the M Hotel is going to be doing some really great stuff on Saturday, March the 30th. Jerry and I are going to be entertaining a bunch of folks, local as well as the not-so-local people, the out-of-towners. And that is going to be a lot of fun over at the M Hotel at 2040 Walden Avenue. If you have not gotten your room yet, you need to make sure that you give a call, and that is at 716-681-2400. That number again is 716-681-2400 at 2040 Walden Avenue, the former location of the Millennium Hotel, which is now the M Hotel. We're going to have a lot of fun. Saturday night, March the 30th, 6 to 9, Jerry and I go live from the Twigs Lounge. We do hope that you're able to join us there. And then, of course, on Sunday is Lenny Gamolkin, Chicago Push, and our band 7 from Buffalo. And then on Dingus Day Monday, you've got a whole bunch of things going on. You've got John Stevens, a.k.a. Double Shot, in the afternoon over at the pool party. And then in the evening, they are going to be entertaining with a country band, West of the Mark, and then also a rock band called Flipside. And in the hall for the evening is the Livewire Band out of Wisconsin, Rick Beekler and the gang, and also Jackie Libera and the All-Star Band, the Dingus Day All-Star Band. Hey, folks, again, we do thank you ever so much for tuning us in here. We've got some more polka music coming your way. Here is a song right now by the Florida Honky Band. Here's one called Florida Honky.
Well, it started in Chicago, then it moved to radio, next on to TV, now CD. It's known as honky music, good old-fashioned polka listen to the Florida Honky Band. Some of us lived up north from Michigan to New York, some from PA and DC. We heard of this honky band, the best, oh yes, in the land. Listen to the Florida Honky Band. If you lived here in the South, then you know what it's about. Sunshine, polkas, and the sea. There's nice weather and the beach, fun and sun within reach. Come and dance to the Florida Honky Band.
Hey, that's the Florida Honky Band. We've got a song coming up by 7, but before we do that, Jerry, say hello to some folks
Yes,
in our chat
absolutely.
rooms.
I have not yet had a chance to get over here onto YouTube, and I apologize
It's been a busy
for that.
afternoon.
It has been. Well, I have to admit, I was a little distracted because my granddaughter made it official on Facebook that she's married now. So
Yes.
my very first grandchild now has a husband,
Wow.
Christian, and Gabby, we wish you all the best.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we're going to say good afternoon to Ashley Torres. Pat Buchek's here, and rumor has it
Uh-oh.
he has a new grandson.
Does he really? Congratulations,
Yes.
Patrick.
We have Bobby Calvert with us. Joseph Romanowski said, I have to say this is great. That was during the interview, and I apologize for not getting to that sooner. Donna Skachillis is here with us. Donna, it is so nice to see you.
Hello there.
We will pass your prayers on to the Mahalski family and let them know that they are in your thoughts and prayers. And I think I caught up. I did.
Okay.
I caught up.
All right, now how about we do a song for Margie Smith, and here's
Okay.
one called
Yes.
Margie's Obedic.
Awesome.
This is going to be a great tune for you guys. And also, it's by Heavy Chicago. Jackie Libera performed with these guys. And here's one called Margie's Obedic. Hey, we're also getting a little behind here on Facebook. Hello to Dana Lindblad. Also to Mike Kolisek down in Uniontown. Joanne Novakowski, she's here. Laura Lynn, hello to you.
Gośka tańcowała, tańcowała, tańcowała I chłopaków zawsze miała, hej. Hej, ja niech się z nią zalecał, I ja męta jej obiecał, hej. Hej, Margoszka nie żwaziała, bo ona Janka nie chciała, oj nie chciała, hej. Janiek bardzo rozgniewany, pojechał do drugiej pany, hej. A ona się dowiedziała, że Helcza już Janka miała, hej. Hej, Margoszka tak płakała, bo Jaszenka teraz chciała, hej. A przyczyna to do mnie, Jaszenku, bo ja cię bardzo kocham i moje serce zawsze twe.
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of heavy Chicago, the Margies, Obetic. Hey, how about we get another tune up here by Mr. Lenny Gomulka, Chicago Push. Here's one called She's Got Nothing on You, Polkas After Dark. Hey, join us next weekend on Sunday when we get a chance to talk with Aaron Slavinsky.
She's got nothing on you. All that she likes to do is stand up to capture the attention. She's got nothing on you. She's good looking, that's true, but she don't measure up to my inspection. She's the first one in line. She's the first all the time. She's got that certain selfish way about her. She's got money and flash, but she ain't got no class, and you won't be seeing me hanging around her. Showcase that funny way about her. She's got nothing on you, nothing better to do. That's why they roll their eyes when they're around her. She must think she's a dream. She must think she's a queen. She needs to take another course in charm school. But I doubt she would pass with that stick up her ass, and you won't be seeing me hanging around her.
Mr. LG himself, Lenny Gomulka, Chicago Push. You're going to be seeing them perform over at Val's Dingus Day. That's right, it's back again, and that is over at the M Hotel. And we would like to make mention right now that if you are the seventh caller, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the seventh caller, to be eligible, you must be in the Buffalo area on March the 31st and or April the 1st. We're going to give away 2 tickets, and you can either get 2 tickets for Sunday or 2 tickets for Monday, or you can split them up, 1 ticket apiece, 1 for Sunday, 1 for Monday. But give it a call right now at 716-289-1075. And here is the other group that's going to be sharing the stage with Lenny Gomulka, Chicago Push, on Sunday, March the 31st, Easter Sunday. Here's 7. We have our winner, folks, so please, no more calls. We do have a winner. Thank you so much. We've got caller number 7 on the phone.
The rumors started flying that you've been out with him. The chances of you coming back are turning mighty slim. I try to understand it all, beat my head against the wall. Funny thing, you know, I love you still. I always will. Is the grass Is the grass any greener on the other side? Is your life any better? Was it worth it all the time? Are your dreams any sweeter when you lay your head at night? Is the grass any greener on the other side? Is the grass any greener on the other side?
Hey, yes, sirree. We've got more polka music coming your way all the way till 7 p.m. Here's the Livewire Band. You're going to be seeing them perform on Monday, Dingus Day, over at the Hotel. And don't forget, there's lots of great things happening here in Western New York. As Greg Schwoiduk mentioned today, it's the Buffalo Dingus Day capital of the world. And congratulations to Chris Tansky, the Buffalo Polka Booster president. She was caller number 7.
Always on the road, you're always all alone, and I'm not always there when I'm at home. I gotta change my ways, I oughta take some blame, honey. Let's back up to yesterday. Let's get back in love, back to dreaming of all those little things we used to do. Let's start holding hands, let's start making plans, honey. Let's get back to me and you. It was when we fell in love, when everything we had was enough. Well, I don't like the blues, I like that love that's true, honey. Let's get back to me and you. Let's get back in love, back to dreaming of all those little things we used to do. Let's start holding hands, let's start making plans, honey. Let's get back to me and you. Let's get back in love, back to dreaming of all those little things we used to do. Let's start holding hands, let's start making plans, honey. Let's get back to me and you. One more time! Let's get back in love, back to dreaming of all those little things we used to do. Let's start holding hands, let's start making plans, honey. Let's get back to me and you.
That's the sound of Livewire, and you're going to be hearing that band entertaining you on Monday, Dingus Day, over at the M Hotel, formerly the Millennium Hotel. Hey, folks, you're seeing on your screen right now, we are in need. Our prayer warriors, we need you to pray as much as you can for Mr. Kenny Michalski and the family. Kenny took ill and is in the hospital down in Florida. And every little bit helps when it comes to your prayers. If you believe in the power of prayer, which Jerry and I do, and I think just about everybody here does as well, please make sure that you pray for Kenny and get him across the finish line. We also want to make sure that we let you guys know that the other band on Monday is going to be performing, and that is a band that sounds a little bit like the Classics. Why? Well, because Jackie Libera is going to be one of the lead vocalists along with Jimmy Motica. They used to play with the Classics, but the all-star band for the Dingus Day over at the M Hotel, which Val Bukowski is running, is going to consist of Mr. Jackie Libera, Jimmy Motica, let's see, Dave Walter on accordion, Pete Perucci on the drums. Who else do we have? Oh, that guy that plays the accordion, Eric Bukowski. He's going to be there entertaining you as well. And yours truly, Robin Pegg. On the bass guitar, I'm going to give it a little bit of a try. And I think we're going to play a song like this. We're going to send this one out to the Hootie family out there in Chicago. Hey, that's Jackie Libera and the Classics, and you're going to be hearing some guys performing over there at the M Hotel, which is being run by Mr. Val Bukowski this year. Yeah, he's back. It's returning to its old glory, the former glory over there at 2040 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga.
They did some really nice remodeling there, which is nice. You know, walking in, it felt like a totally different place than the last time we were there for, what was it, IPA that we were there for?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, they redid some rooms, and the banquet hall looks nothing like it used to look like.
No,
it's
no, not at all. It's going to be a nice
modernized.
Time. Very, very nice time. And we want to thank the new owners.
Yes.
Of the location. Also to Ravi, the new manager, the general manager over there, because he has been most accommodating for us to be able to do the live broadcast on Saturday evening, and that is going to be coming up on the 30th of March. So you see Sunday, March 31st, and Monday. Oh, my head's in the way. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. I was wondering why my head is itching. It's that M.
The M.
Yeah.
It's doing this.
The M Hotel. That's probably what. Oh, forget it. Yeah, no. Don't even go there. Oh, boy.
Yes, I live with you. I know your sense of humor.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Lack thereof. Hey, you know what we haven't mentioned? We haven't mentioned Holy Toledo.
No, we have not.
No, Holy Toledo 24. We got to make sure that we bring up Mr. Kenny Olwyn to talk all about that. Kenny?
Toledo Polkas come alive again with the first major festival of the 2024 polka season with Holy Toledo Polka Days. This epic event will feature your host band, the Dynabrass.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw.
Plus, Lenny Gomulka and the Chicago Push. 7. Gary Kaminsky's Polka Network. Polka Mojo. The Polka Country Musicians. And the Holy Toledo Jam Band. Thursday, April 11th through Sunday, April 14th. Don't miss our Hot American Polka Parties with yours truly, Kenny Olowin, broadcasting live from the event. You'll want to be part of it. The best food, drinks, and the top names in polka entertainment. Reserve a space in your life for a great time with us at Holy Toledo Polka Days at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Perrysburg, Ohio, April 11th through the 14th. Go to HolyToledoPolkaDays.com for the whole story. Holy Toledo Polka Days 24, April 11th through the 14th.
Follow me to the party, follow me to the fun.
That's going to be a great time. That's going to be the very first big festival coming up. Holy Toledo Polka Days, sponsored by Mr. Joe Zaleski and the gang. And they've got a great lineup, as you heard. Polkas After Dark is what you're tuned to right now. We're going to switch it over and get a real nice waltz for you guys. Here is Mr. Paul Romanowski with a little bit of What Should I Do waltz.
Oj, tyś ty na mnie wybrana.
That's Mr. Paul Romanowski. Everybody knows Paul. Paul does the Romo's Catering. And if you're looking to order some stuff for Easter Sunday and your Dingus Day lunch or dinner, well, please make sure that you follow Mr. Romanowski. And here's him once again. Here's him. Here is Paul. Here's the bald guy to tell you a little bit about where you can get the food, okay?
Hi, this is Paul Romanowski. If you're looking for good, authentic Polish and Italian sausage, then give me a call at Romo's Catering. We make true, authentic, fresh Polish and smoked Polish kielbasa, as well as mild and spicy Italian sausage. My uncle from Poland taught me how to make the sausage for our family, but now we've taken it a step further and make it available to you. This is true, authentic Polska kielbasa and Italian sausage. All you have to do is give me a call at 704-989-1198. We're always taking orders. You can also email me at paul@romoscatering.com. Thank you, Robin and Jerry, for letting me share this with you and your listeners. If you would like kielbasa, we are taking orders now, and you'll have it in time for Easter, properly shipped to your door. Just call me, 704-989-1198. Thanks.
Yeah, that number right there is 704-989-1198. You can also hear Paul on Tuesday in the afternoon, and that is on the PolkaJammerNetwork.org, and also on Saturday mornings. He wakes everybody up, including Rick Kordakowski, Greg Russo, and a whole bunch of people. I think Ashley joins in on the wake up there for Mr. Romanowski over there on the Polish, I was going to say Polish Newcastle. It is the PolkaJammerNetwork.org. See, but we love everybody. We promote everybody. We make sure that we let everybody know about the PolkaJammerNetwork.org, 247polkaheaven.com. You also have the Polish Newcastle Radio and the gang over there, the kids over there. That Greg guy that does the WXRL.com on Sunday afternoons.
Then we got Todd that wakes us up on Sundays.
Yeah, with the WHMP, the Polka Carousel. So there's a whole bunch of great people and a whole bunch of great polka music that floods the airwaves right there every single weekend. And we thank you guys for also stopping by here for Polkas After Dark. We've got one more song that we're going to play here. And I think we're going to get something by... How about we do something by the News? You know, they're going to be entertaining everybody on April the 20th and the 21st. And I think we had something that we showed a little bit earlier, and I think it was that news reunion. So let's go ahead and show that real quick.
As far as I know, that might be sold out. So the only way you're going to be able to see the reunion is if you get on the bus ride. That's what I believe, because they only had a limited amount of tickets available. And the last time we talked to one of the guys, they did say that they were close to selling out.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they are completely sold out.
That was Tommy Picciano. He said that. Well, also Brian Urbanchik did too.
Yes, they both said that they were like really close to being sold out the last time we talked to them.
So if you can't make it to Potts, then you can at least make it over to the Kinloch Fire Hall.
Exactly.
And that is only $80 per person. That includes your round-trip transportation. Steve Garamala might ask, just how about one-way transportation? Maybe he can just get there, get a hotel room. Yeah, get a hotel room, buy a car the next day, and he can head on back home.
For more information on that bus trip, though, you can reach out to Brian Urbanchik at 716-445-7542. Again, Brian's phone number is 716-445-7542. And that is for the 21st. It's a Sunday. Leave about 9 a.m. Music will be from 2 to 6. Get home around 11.
That's early.
Yeah, they'll be home by 11. So, I think it'd be a great bus trip.
That should be.
It should be
a lot of fun.
Yes.
Once again, folks, we do want to remind you, Mr. Kenny Michalski is in dire need of some prayers.
Yes.
We need a miracle. Please make sure that you pray extra hard, extra special tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of the week for Kenny. We do need a miracle, and the family thanks you very, very much for your continued prayers. And we also want to make sure that you pray for the family as well. Hey, folks, as we always say around this time, we thank you ever so much, Jerry and I, for putting us on. If you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
And if you've been listening in a plane,
thanks for the high.
Oh, can you say that? Are you allowed to say thanks for the high?
That's what Dawn said. She said it's thanks for the high.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I've
Dawn
got
Suhan Rogers.
Yeah,
okay.
I have it from a good source.
That makes...
I can say that.
That makes it interesting. Hey, well, Chris Tansky, thank you. Chris Curtis and Sandy, thank you guys. Val Bukowski said, darn, he was caller number 6.
Funny.
That's why he didn't get any tickets. He's not going to be getting any tickets if he still, has to play that game. Once again, we thank everybody for stopping by here. Please keep Kenny in your prayers. Once again, we're going to show this address one more time for Margie Smith. Please, if you can, take a moment, go to the card shop tomorrow, buy one card, maybe 2 cards, because you don't have to send both at the same time. You can send one tomorrow or Tuesday. You can send one maybe next week. But we just want her to get flooded with some love. That's all it is. And that's our gal, Margie Smith. It says Margaret, but you know what? Put on the envelope Margie Smith. It'll still get to her anyhow. And that's CareCore at Willowwood, 1186 Hadcock Road in Brunswick, Ohio, 44212. Here's the news. We're going to let them take us on up to 7 o'clock, and it's 7 o'clock right now, so guess what? We're a little bit over, but I don't think you guys will complain, will you? Here's one by the news, one called Everything But Yours.